Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Man Hour Nation, it's time to get shocked. Man Hour. Michael Buckhoster here with the Man Hour. It is that time of year where people start making mistakes if you are a college football player getting ready for the draft. People are young, they make mistakes. It is what it is. Kids will be kids, right? But Stetson Bennett, the Georgia quarterback, was arrested in Dallas for drunken in public last night when he is preparing for the NFL draft. This kid, I say kid, he's 25 years old. He already is skipping the Senior Bowl. He is already going to be a third or fourth round pick for our man, Torrey Anderson. And he's 25 years old. My man, how are you being drunk in public when you're trying to make the NFL, when you're already going to be a third or fourth round pick as is, and you go make a bonehead mistake like this? Guys, wrap this into perception here. Stetson Bennett is 25 years old. He is trying to become a rookie in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes is 27 years old. He's in his sixth year in the league. Stetson Bennett, your career's already half over, my man. And now you're effing it up by getting arrested? Like, come on, man. You got to be smarter than that. You have to be smarter than that, Jarrett Stenson. You are completely asinine right now. Now, there are teams out there that could use your services. Not anymore. I wouldn't draft his ass. Get his ass out of here. Cue that damn intro. Are you ready for the best damn radio show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up.
You don't want to be every time, no. I would like to personally welcome you to Man Hour After Dark. Say that while I bring you the host, Mike, Buck, and Cone. You know who coming to the sports talk than what you about to hear right here. I second that.
Go. You know that it's us when we talking about sports. Giving you facts on the field to the core. Tune in, we need the support. 1 hour too short, then listen some more. On all your stations, not dropping no music. Stripes like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're After Dark, no LA, we the big spark. No 4th and inches won't cut you short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzzer beaters. We coming live all through your speakers, go.
Sometimes you just gotta let the beat build. Let that snare hit. What is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckhoster here with the Man Hour. Be sure to head to manhourradio.com. Check out the merchandise page. Sure to check out the blog section as well. New Fire logo merch is out there right now. My hoodie just came in. I haven't washed it yet, but I'm going to be rocking that baby all the time. Sleek white with the orange flames. Ooh, man, it is sexy. That is sexy. Woo. Speaking of sexy, I'm the only one on tonight, so the show just got a lot sexier. You can bring in sexy back. Yep. But anyways, if you guys are new here, consider liking what you're listening to right now. Hit that like button and hit that follow button as well. And share this with a couple friends as well. Sharing is caring. This is a live, interactive show. We are live, raw, uncut. No holds bar here. I'm not bound by any network, any obligation, whatever. I am the CEO of Man Hour, and this is I do what I do. Over there, we got my man Arthur Brown jumping into the chat tonight. He says, "What's up?" And I say, "What is up, Arthur Brown?" Hope you and your Dolphins are having a good offseason so far. I see you guys are making some moves there. I'm kind of curious, Arthur, do you want to get rid of Tua moving forward? There are rumors that maybe Tom Brady might want to come to Miami, maybe a Dak Prescott, maybe Aaron Rodgers. Would you be willing to trade Tua for one of those three quarterbacks, Dak Prescott, Tom Brady, or Aaron Rodgers, or hell, maybe even a Jimmy G. Let me know, Arthur Brown. Are you, as a Miami guy here, you are the benefacto Miami Dolphins rep here. Do you want to get rid of Tua? Let me know, Arthur Brown, in the chat. And he says, I hope you are excited about the Chiefs. I am very excited about the Kansas City Chiefs guy. I am 30 plus years old, and I've seen highs and lows of Kansas City Chiefs football, Kansas City sports in general. It has been so much fun being a Kansas City fan, sporting KC, Royals, the Chiefs in the last 10 years. It has been so much fun, and it is even more exciting now that we're going to our third Super Bowl in just 4 years. It's a lot of fun. Our soccer team's good. The Royals just won the World Series, 2015? That was 8 years ago. Shit. Time's flying when you're having fun. But yeah, I mean, me as a Chiefs fan, I am very, very excited to be a part of the Chiefs Kingdom, the Red Kingdom, as in Tech 9 likes to say, my man 100%. And he says, I do not want Tom Brady. Interesting. We'll get into that later in the show here. But guys, it is Tuesday edition of Man Hour Sports. It is Overreaction Tuesday. I got 4 things that I want to overreact to or underreact. We don't know which way we're going to go on those yet. But there has been some big news in the NFL, the hiring realm of things, and Sean Payton was hired, D'Amico Ryans was hired as well. It's been a good day if you are a Texans or a Denver Broncos fan, but we will be talking about that later in the show here. But the first way or no way of the night that I want to get a part of here is the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl has been kind of like a no man's land here for the last couple seasons. Crappy show, right? And now we're doing the 7-on-7 and the skill challenge and like all this other stuff. But I kind of want to talk about that. We've kind of hashed that up and down the show here. I want to talk about Tyler Huntley making it to the Pro Bowl. This guy was 2-2 on the season, just had 2 touchdowns all season long as little man decides to make his weekly appearance over here. They can see him. Whatever. But yeah, so Tyler Huntley was named to the AFC Pro Bowl in place of Josh Allen. So guys, is it an overreaction that Tyler Huntley making the Pro Bowl is kind of tainting the Pro Bowl selection process here? So when we look at the AFC quarterbacks as a whole now, we now have Tyler Huntley, a backup quarterback that was 2-2 on the season, 2 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. Derek Carr, which was benched halfway through the season. And just, guys, this is the dumbest thing that things can happen in the NFL. To name, sorry, my son's right there. To name Tyler Huntley to the Pro Bowl. This is dumb. Like, if you want... Oh, no. If you want any interaction with the Pro Bowl at all, and the fact that you're having a backup quarterback being your Pro Bowl starter here, like, what are we thinking? Like, the point is to get eyes on these athletes. The point is to get eyes on this game, the game that already sucks as is, and now we're playing a flag football game that's being coached by Peyton and Eli Manning. Who really cares about that? Those guys are kind of over the hill now anyways. Overrated anyways. Sorry, I had to say that. but yeah, Tyler Huntley making the Pro Bowl. This is the dumbest thing the dumbest thing ever. This is not an overreaction, guys. This is stupid. Well, why did you want to name a 2-2 quarterback with 2 touchdowns to the Pro Bowl? Now, I have been on the record saying that Tyler Huntley is better for the Baltimore Ravens than Lamar Jackson, and I'm going to stand by that. I'm going to back that up 100%. But that doesn't mean he's a Pro Bowl caliber quarterback. Let's look at the AFC. Yes, I know Josh Allen is out. Yes, I know Patrick Mahomes is obviously in the Super Bowl, right? There are other options. You had Tua, pretty good quarterback, right? Obviously, Derek Carr, was being named, which is a pretty good aspect there. How about Justin Herbert? I mean, it's just the list goes on. Like, there are so many other quarterbacks you could have had than freaking Tyler Huntley. But I don't know. It is what it is, guys. Do you guys think that Tyler Huntley making the Pro Bowl is going to taint the Pro Bowl experience? We have a backup quarterback making the Pro Bowl that played 4 games this season. Is it good for the NFL or is it bad for the NFL, guys? Let me know. Let me know. Moving on. Overreaction Tuesday. Is it overreaction or is it underreaction? Only thing we know is Buck is dumb. Man, what happened to the image? I had a nice little logo there. I don't know what happened, but we got to jump into the chat here. I did ask Arthur Brown a question earlier in the day. Should the Miami Dolphins part ways with Tua? And Arthur Brown comes back with it, says, I think we should part ways with Tua. So, guys, this is a Miami Dolphin guy on his Miami Dolphins all season long. Even when they were on like the 5-game skid, he's like, you know what? We're going to do well in the playoffs, and he was all aboard, right? Now he thinks they should part ways with Tua. Do I think Miami Dolphins should part ways with Tua? Can I waffle around this answer a little bit? Can I push hashtag waffle in the chat for my man Wyatt Williams and Wayne G? They waffle around those freaking questions all the damn time. But give Tua another year. Give him another year that he isn't like, right? Give him another year underneath a competent coach. I'm not saying that the other coaches were incompetent, but there's a reason why they're not there anymore, right? Give Tua a chance, Arthur Brown. Give Tua a chance to really show that he is going to be a bust of a quarterback. Because if you look at the draft right now, I don't know the Miami Dolphins draft by any means. The week after the Super Bowl is when Tori jumps back on here and we really start diving deep into the draft, prepping for our live draft show in Chicago, April 27th. I do like a quarterback that the Miami Dolphins do have on the roster, though. His name is Skylar freaking Thompson. My man from that's right, the Kansas State University. My alum, yada, yada, yada. Give Tyler Thompson a chance to grow, but he's not ready yet. You have to keep Tua for one more year. Let him learn the game a little bit. Let him get used to the coaching style of, what's his face? McDaniels, right? I get parts with Tua. I don't know, man. That's a little too early. Russell Brown is jumping in the chat here. There's a new face in there. What's up, Russell? He says, really like your show. Would love to have my own podcast one day. Damn good Facebook page to follow. Thank you, Russell Brown. If you are interested in actually starting a podcast, man, I can definitely help you out. I taught myself everything that there possibly is to know. I didn't get help from anybody. I've reached out to other shows just like what you just did, and they're like, no, I don't want to help a no-name nobody. Man, if you want to do this, it is not hard. If a stuttering SOB like me, a ginger, can do this, anybody can do it, and it is fun. I love the interaction with you guys. If you want to really start a podcast, man, hit me in the inbox, and I will help you out, man. I got equipment I can sell you for really, really cheap. I just upgraded a bunch of stuff. I can definitely help you out, Russell. So if you really, truly want to do that, man, hit me in the inbox, and I will definitely help you out. And then he also says the pro has to be no meeting for a while. I think he's meaning the Pro Bowl. They can't make it like an NBA All-Star game, which means something. So you are exactly right. So when we're talking about the Pro Bowl here, the Major League Baseball, that All-Star game was a complete joke for a while there. And then was it about 7, 8, 9 years ago, they actually made that game mean something, meaning the winner of that game would be the home team, the home field advantage in the World Series. Now, apart from that, obviously the NFL cannot do that because it is played at the end of the season. But what if the NFL did something like that? Like, I mean, so what if the NFL made the Super Bowl a home field advantage, right? Make that number 1 overall seed really mean something. Make the Pro Bowl really mean something. Yes, I know all these cities bid for like all this money to have Super Bowl. It brings up so much income to the city, yada, yada, yada. I get it. It is a 2-week spectacle, yada, 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 right? But what if it was just another game? What if, think about how crazy Arrowhead Stadium would be if the Super Bowl was at Arrowhead. Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Hell, best 2 out of 3, right? Play a game at Arrowhead, play a game at Philly, and then whoever wins the Pro Bowl game gets the third game. Clearly that will never happen by any means because the Super Bowl makes so much freaking money. Hell, I saw the cheapest ticket is like $25,000 or something like that. I mean, they make stupid amount of money. So clearly that's never going to happen. So really, the NFL is kind of trying to do it right here, right? They are trying to make the Pro Bowl fun. 3 7-on-7 games, the skills challenge, yada, yada, yada. Just like the NBA All-Star Game. I don't like the NBA All-Star Game, but I like the 3-point competition. I like the passing skills and the dribbling skills, right? Now, the dunk contest used to be fun to watch. Now it's just kind of like stupid, right? Everybody gets a 10 like every time. Give me some real cool dunks or something like that. But yeah, I mean, the NFL can really capitalize on the likeness of these players if they would do something more. I like the dodgeball thing. The skills competition. That seems like a very, very cool thing to do, right? Best throwing catch, whatever, right? How about a bowling competition? Everybody likes to bowl. Talk some shit, bowl? Hell yeah. Then he also says, I agree they should have picked up better QBs, but now it's an honor to be picked. You're right. It is a no. Basically, now to play in the Pro Bowl, you basically just have to be the ones that don't say no. Like, that's basically what it comes down to. Arthur Brown says, I think they should develop Skylar Thompson. Me and you are on the same wavelength, my man. I think so. Skylar Thompson is going to be a dog. Just give him a chance. Javier jumping in the chat says, what happened to Tom Brady? Nobody knows what happened to Tom Brady yet. He is yet to be determined on his future. And to quote the great Tom Brady, if I fucking knew what I was doing, I would let you know. So clearly Tom Brady doesn't know anything about what he's doing with his future. But obviously right now he's still, I think he's a free agent. So speculations are he wants to go to Miami. Obviously with the whole tampering charges before he went to Tampa Bay. There's been rumors of him going back to San Francisco. And the weirdest one, the craziest one that I've heard so far is he might go back to New England. So how crazy would that be? How crazy would it be for Tom Brady to go back to New England? Let me ask you guys this question real freaking quick here. If Tom Brady goes back to New England and the New England Patriots win another Super Bowl, does that make you hate the New England Patriots and Bill Belichick and Tom Brady that much more? Man, that would so rub me the wrong way. That would so rub me the wrong way. Deuce Lynn Ty, sorry, I'm butchering your name there, man, but he says, you are the man. No, Duke, you are the man. You are the man. Tua's still under protocol. He's fragile and injury prone. Very, very true. Tiki jumping in the chat there. I see you, Tiki brothers playing against each other in the Super Bowl. We have actually had very, very healthy discussions about this on the Facebook group the last, couple of days or so since I posted it. And I know me as a parent, let me ask you guys this question. If you had two sons in the Super Bowl, whether you are a father or a mother or an aunt or uncle, a grandparent, if you had two people that you are family with in the Super Bowl, how would you feel? I know me as a parent, I have two boys that are probably going to be very athletically gifted. Myself and my wife were both very gifted athletically, and I'm assuming and I'm hoping that it will translate to both of them. And if some crazy way they both make it to the NBA or NFL or whatever, right, and they both play each other in the in any game, it is a lose-lose situation for any parent, right? Because especially like if the oldest were to lose, like you got beat by your baby brother, right? If the baby brother loses, like, oh, I feel bad for your baby. It is a lose-lose situation. So, guys, let me know in the comments, do you think it is a lose-lose situation for the Kelsey mother or for the Kelsey's family in general about this Super Bowl? Is it a lose-lose situation? Moving on here, guys. Then the next overreaction on this beautiful Overreaction Tuesday. I don't know where it's at where you guys is, but it is icing and cold here. It is nasty here in southern Indiana and Louisville, Kentucky. But the Tennessee Titans, they have announced that they are ripping out their grass and they are putting in turf in Nissan Stadium for the 2023 NFL season. If you guys flash back to just a couple months ago, there were many people advocating to tear turf out of the fields and put in grass. Pete Carroll, Reggie Bush, Lamar Jackson. There were a lot of high-profile names saying, hey, we need grass in all of these fields. And the Titans representative said, and I quote, have you ever tried to grow grass in Nashville, Tennessee in November? So guys, is it an overreaction that the Tennessee Titans are tearing out their grass and putting in turf? First things first, man, this is a great move. Turf is freaking amazing. Think about how much money the Titans are going to save by not having to paint the lines, water the grass, sod it, worry about all the injuries that a rock-ass hard ground it is. It's going to go. This is not overreaction. So Pete Carroll, all the big-name players, you guys, don't worry about that. The turf is beautiful. The turf is nice and soft. You put the rubber pellets in there, bada bing, bada boom. Hell, your 4.4 guy now runs a 4.3 because that much faster. Stop with this freaking out crap. I mean, honestly, I don't know why the Titans are doing it now. Anyways, they're kind of wasting money in the end because they're building a brand new $billion stadium anyways. That's going to have turf on it. So why? Like but I think that's ready for 2024 NFL season. So they could have played one more year on grass, but whatever. Like, I don't know why I was proposed this question, but is it an overreaction that they're putting in turf? No, it's not an overreaction. Like, people that think like I know the stats are out there that like turf allegedly causes more ACL tears and Achilles tears and like all this stuff. When you land on grass, it's supposed to give more, yada, yada, yada. Have you ever played on a dead-ass grass field in the middle of December? It's freaking concrete, my man. Hell, you can't even get your cleats down in the dirt. It's so freaking hard half the time here in Indiana. I couldn't imagine being in Nashville where it never rains and it's always cold and nasty. Like, come on, that is stupid. Javier says, what if Tom Brady will go play for the Eagles? That would be absolutely asinine if you are anybody. If Tom Brady went and played for the Eagles would take 10 steps back. Jalen Hurts is the league MVP this season. Tom Brady to the Eagles just makes stupid sense, Javier. Sorry to burst your bubble there, man. That's just kind of asinine. That's just kind of asinine. Tiki, I believe you are a 49ers fan, if I'm not mistaken, because she says no. No to what? Maybe if Tom Brady for the Eagles. I don't know. But she says, no. I don't want no Tom Brady near to me. Next up on this Overreaction Tuesday, we're going to dive into some Super Bowl talk here. And, guys, I am not racist by any means. And I know when people start with that comment, they'll be like, oh, this man's racist 100%, right? No. No. I'm not. But this year's Super Bowl is the first Super Bowl ever where the two starting quarterbacks are two black quarterbacks. Now, obviously, this is huge because it's the first time this has ever happened, right? But when we think about this, why do we need to consistently talk about this race thing? We talked about it last night with Kellen Moore in the offensive coordinator position, like in the Rooney Rule. We're talking about it again with Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts being the first two black quarterbacks ever to face off in a Super Bowl. Why isn't it a big deal? Why isn't it a big deal that Patrick Mahomes is black? Why is it a big deal that Jalen Hurts is black? I'm just kind of curious. Like, why is it a big deal? I mean, isn't like 80% of the NFL black anyways? Like, could this be, let's say, Christian McCaffrey and another white running back? I don't know. I can't even think of any white running backs. Let's say there are two white running backs starting in the Super Bowl. Would it be big news the first time ever two white? I know it's kind of picking hairs like at this point, and it's kind of stupid and it's kind of blah. But like, I'm so sick of hearing, oh, it's the first time these black players did this. It's the first time this player did. Like, why are we talking about it? Like, why are we legitimately talking about it? Like, we want the division of America to go away. The best thing, or how we help things go away, is we don't bring stuff up like this up. Like, oh, Jalen Hurts is the first black quarterback ever to do this. Well, how about this? Jalen Hurts is the first quarterback ever to do this. Right? Patrick Mahomes is the first quarterback ever to go to 5 straight AFC Championship games. At home. Why do you got to put the black word in there? It's and I know, because I made this comment on a post that we did earlier, and people instantly went to call me a racist and a bigot and all that. And like, no, I'm not a racist or a bigot or whatever. And I don't have the need to defend myself about that. Like, I know what I am, and people around me know who I am, right? Clearly, I'm not. But when we say something like this, it is, what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, like, obviously, it is a great accomplishment that Jalen Hurts made the Super Bowl. It is a great accomplishment that Patrick Mahomes is in his 3rd Super Bowl in his 4th year. Or 3 out of 4 years, right? His 6th year in the league, 5th year as a starter. He's been to 3 Super Bowls. It's awesome, right? But why do you got to put the black word in there? He's the first black quarterback ever to play 5 AFC Championship games at home. How about this? He's the first quarterback ever to play 5 championship games at home in his first 6 seasons. Put that into perspective. Arthur Brown says, it shouldn't matter. It should only be about entertainment. And Arthur Brown, you are exactly right. Way to hit that nail on the head, my man. It is all about entertainment at the end of the day. Are we entertained watching the football game? Are we entertained about doing this, and yes, we are very entertained. Glock still trapping says Isaiah Paseo. Isaiah is black, my man. He is not a white quarterback. Or a white running back. I mean, he definitely light-skinned, but definitely would be considered black in the end. Now, breaking news of the day, guys. Actually, it's the word of the day. It is the word of the day. And the word of the day is going to be reaching. Reaching for those sticks, reaching for those grab bags, right? As you guys know, the Denver Broncos have officially signed their head coach in Sean Payton. Now, Sean Payton was highly sought after, right? I mean, he is still underneath contract with the New Orleans Saints, and the Broncos are giving him a first-round pick for this year. I think it's the 28th overall pick, and then the second-round pick to next season to get Sean Payton as their head coach. So with that being said, the word of the day is going to be reaching. Guys, do you think that the Denver Broncos are reaching for something to spice up the fans like a little bit? Yes, Sean Payton was a very, very good head coach in New Orleans. Super Bowl championship coach. Led a too short, injury-prone Drew Brees to MVP and arguably one of the best quarterbacks that we've known, right? I believe he led the league in touchdowns and passing yards until Tom Brady surpassed him this year maybe, right? Did very, very good things in New Orleans. Do we truly think that Sean Payton is going to turn around things in Denver like that? Do we truly think he's going to make Russell Wilson a $230 million guaranteed quarterback overnight? Absolutely not. Because Russell Wilson is overrated. Yes, Russell Wilson is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Yes, we do let Russ cook the first 9 games of the season. After that, what do? Russ kind of simmers in the background. We lose, what happened to Russ? Guys, Sean Payton will not be able to turn around Russell Wilson this year, in 2021-23 or the following year like after that. Russell Wilson is and was a flash in the pan. The Denver Broncos reached for something. They were a quarterback away, and now they are behind the 8 ball for the next 10 years. $230 million, 0 draft picks. Do you realize how bad the Denver Broncos are going to be? Think about this. The Denver Broncos have 3 draft picks in the next 2 seasons. 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 draft picks in the next 2 seasons. In the top 5 rounds, I think it is. How can you build a team with that? Oh, but Buck, we can build it through free agency. With what money? With the $230 million that Russell Wilson is going to give back to you? No, come on. He's not going to give that back. Russell Wilson's like, come on now. Other hiring that was done today. DeMeco Ryans was hired as the Houston Texans head coach. He was the defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers. A pretty damn good player. I believe he was 6 years with the Houston Texans before he went to the Eagles for a couple years. He has been named head coach, signed a 6-year deal with the Houston Texans. But like I said on Facebook today, guys, at facebook.com/manhoursports. If you're not following us, you should be. Please do so. We're on the rate of 20K over there. Like that page, please. Guys, the Houston Texans are not a overnight fix. The Jacksonville Jaguars were literally just a coach away. The Houston Texans have some pieces in place. They have Pierre, the running back. They have Davis Mills. They have Brandon Cooks as the receiver. I don't know if he really wants to be there anymore, but they got some pieces in place. But if you are a Houston Texans fan, 3 years is what it's going to take to probably put together a competitive 500 team, 9-10 win team. 3 years. So Houston Texans fans, do not jump down DeMeco Ryans' neck very fast, because he is going to need some time to calibrate himself and get acclimated as a head coach and fix that dysfunctional franchise that is the Houston Texans. That is the Houston Texans. Glock still trapping, must like my light skin comment. All right, guys, that is going to be it for tonight. I'm not feeling all that well, so I'm going to cut it a little early. This new workout is kind of messing with the old body, plus the coldness and whatnot. I don't know. It is what it is. But I'll be back tomorrow with my man Beastie Combs again, 10 p.m. East Coast time, right here on YouTube.com and, of course, Facebook.com/manhoursports. If you guys are not following or liking this already, please do so. Share this with a couple friends. Sharing is caring. And comments. This is a live, interactive show, and we are live, raw, uncut sports talk, Monday through Friday, 10 p.m. East Coast time. See you tomorrow, guys. Same time, same place. We out.